Hello everyone! Some days all you need is one good dough to make magic happen. And when it gives you not one but two amazing cookies, you know it's the recipe to try. Flavorful, eggless, and honestly, too good to miss. So if you want to learn how to make it, then just keep watching. Starting with our first ingredient, we will take room temperature butter. This recipe is quite adaptable, so you can use clarified butter if you like. To this we will add the icing sugar. Now remember, we want to use super fine powdered sugar, so if you're using home ground sugar, then make sure to sift it well. Simply use a spatula to cream the butter and sugar until well combined. This looks good enough. Now in a separate bowl, we will take a tablespoon of non-flavored oil. To this we will add the room temperature water along with baking powder. What we're doing here is creating a substitute for the egg. In case you wish to add eggs, you can very well do that and use one egg for this recipe. But I prefer this substitute as it gives a longer shelf life over the counter. Simply mix this to get a smooth consistency. This looks good. Going ahead with our dry ingredient, that is the all-purpose flour. For a whole wheat flour recipe, you'll need to substitute this flour with 120 grams of whole wheat flour. But do keep in mind, the texture may not be the same as this recipe. So I'd suggest you try with half a batch first to see how it works. Once you've added all the flour, you can go ahead and use your hands to bring it all together into one big ball of dough. This looks good. Now taking a separate bowl and dividing the dough, we will take 1/2 of the dough into it. And don't worry about the measurements here, you can easily eyeball it. Add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch into one dough and a tablespoon of cocoa powder into the other. Now for the flavoring, we will add vanilla extract for the first and cinnamon powder for the second. You can use coffee if you like. I've used it in one of my earlier recipes. I'd be happy to have you check it out. It's been one of my favorite on the baking pantry and a crowd pleaser too. Now while we mix in the cocoa powder, we may find the dough to be slightly dry, and you can adjust that with about a teaspoon of milk. But don't be tempted to add more. Simply combine using your fingertips and it'll all come together. Now take your baking tray lined with the parchment paper and taking a dollop of dough, we will gently form it into a smooth cookie ball. And press it gently to flatten. And then comes the part where we give the creative pattern to it. Simply take a serrated knife and form the indentations just like I've shown here. It's a simple technique, but the pattern it creates is something one would be tempted to try, don't you think? And if there is a pattern that comes to your mind, I'm sure you've got some great ideas too. I'd love to hear that in the comments below. And I'm always inspired by what you come up with. I've also used a simple knife to create this different pattern as well. You could even try using a fork for this. I absolutely love playing around with simple patterns. It's almost like therapy. And adding that little touch makes each cookie feel extra special. And these cookies do not spread much on baking, so whatever shape you make the dough into, it will still hold its shape when baked. It would be fun to have your little ones give it a try. They're the best creative minds, I'll say. Now going ahead with our chocolate dough, it's pretty much the same technique. Although notice there are some extra cracks on it due to the addition of cocoa powder. So I'd suggest you work with it first before you go ahead with the vanilla dough. And if you still find it hard to work with it, then simply rub a little butter on your palms to get it going. Nonetheless, it'll still taste just as good. If you're thinking of some variation in flavor, you could go with some nuts as a topping, or maybe some dry cranberries or Turkish apricots. You could even sandwich the cookies once baked with a chocolate ganache or some jam filling. The possibilities are endless. So I hope this video gets you to try it out, to get your hands a little messy, to feel the dough, and to enjoy the process. Because baking isn't just about the end result, it's about slowing down, creating something organic, and sharing that joy with someone you love. So take a little time this week, pick a recipe that excites you, and make it your own. Or maybe just start with this one. These little cookies don't need any refrigeration before baking, so you can go ahead and bake them right away. But make sure to keep a watch, as every oven works differently. These look good. I must say, there's something so satisfying about pulling out a tray of freshly baked cookies. The aroma, the golden edges, that slight crisp. It's so comforting. If you made it this far in the video, maybe this is your sign to give yourself a little baking treat. You don't need a special reason, just a simple recipe and a little bit of love. And let the oven do the rest. Time to see how they've turned out on the inside. Crisp on the outside and tender on the inside. And not to mention the aroma that cinnamon and vanilla fill the room with. It's so much warmth. So do give it a try and let me know. Happy baking! And thank you for watching. Bye for now.